Day 79. Let's see what we can make happen. So we start with 4 gems, 70 steps. We have a big allowance. The Great Alzara said something about the entrance hall and an item that was missing. And I think I remember only seeing 2 of these birds. But I don't know. I can't click on any of them, so. Now, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trophies. There's still a workshop contraption that we have not made, and that's weird. The drafting strategy sweepstakes requires us to draft an enormous number of dead ends, which is crazy. Buy out the entire showroom could be doable, actually. Weirdly. So, let's grab our allowance. Especially now that we've got crazy allowance. And let's draft our outside room. If we see the hovel, we're going to take it. Regardless of how much I don't usually like it, we are going to take it if we see it. Although the only thing I would take over it right now is the tomb. I would take the tomb over anything right now. We got none of the above. I still feel like there's more to the root cellar than meets the eye, but we'll go tool shed. Hey, 2 of my favorite starting tools. I do want to look at... Yeah, we added Lost and Found. And we added Throne Room. Reclaim the Crown. Such an interesting... Such an interesting statement. I didn't try sitting on the throne. And that's actually the thing I was now thinking of, was maybe I need to draft the throne room and then sit on the crown, or on the throne with the crown on my head. That's an interesting one. Speaking of locked trunk, we have a sledgehammer. So that'll get us an easy few items here. 3 keys. Let's go. There's something else in here too. Coin. I realized I was in the position to do that, and then I didn't. Let's do observatory, and then we'll fill in the corner. 40 stars. Gems, key, apples, chests, steps, single gem. We'll not take the 4 doors. Let's smash these chests, though. Because the 4 doors makes things like archives and weight room really common. Oh my god, we're rich. Okay. 7 keys, 12 gems, let's go. Pantry. Commissary. Pretty good here. Magnifying glass. Shovel. I think we're fine on gems, but there's also not a lot of reason not to buy them. We'll buy 1 set of gems. 35 coins is still a lot. Okay, let's go up. Okay, so Geist bedroom gives us 2 dice instead of anything else, which I'm actually kind of okay with. I love dice, and I think they're honestly like better than most other things we could get from here. They're better than the steps, generally. Oh my god. There's literally the frickin' ghost of the dead here. That is a wild upgrade. The eighth angel points to our dreams. Interesting. I'm gonna need to think about this, and if there's an implication of this, or if it's just a cute, like, addition they did. Alright, let's go. Bedroom, parlor. Let's do break room. We might get a special key out of this, and this gives us a good place to, like, end the day tonight if we need. So, all right. 2 times 5 is 10. 14 minus 7 is 7 times 2 is 14. 16 divided by 1 is 16, divided by 4 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. Hey, back to easy puzzles. Okay, just 2 keys. Do spare green room here. Singular coin. Den seems pretty good here. Get me both directions, get me a gem. We'll go east first. Courtyard seems great. Use a gem, gain some gems. Usually some good items. Some dig spot. Yeah, no, that is fully just a ghost of Draxus the Dread. Lockpick set. And I have good lockpicking skills, apparently. Alright, we'll keep going across here. For all the good it did me there. Okay, so let's go laboratory here, run a new experiment. Battery pack. And we'll do security as well. We don't have a security key today. Alright. Gain a key for every 30 steps you have. Lose half your stuff, then gain 4 dice. Gain a key, a gem, or a die. Do the bedroom. We'll just do this. It's not a very exciting one, but remote terminal access, view active terminals. Do I want to? No, the likelihood that we're gonna hit like 4 activations of our experiment, pretty minimal, I think. So yeah, set security level to low, offline mode to unlocked, confirm. I also forgot that drafting the mail room is hugely important to me right now. We will go pool because I think I have probably probably like 7 letters there I've never read. Gym, kitchen, rotunda. Rotunda's a waste here, I feel like. So we'll do gym. Key. Chapel, boudoir, dovecote. Boudoir gives us more dice. Do boudoir. It also gives us a free gem. Alright, we'll go this way. Drawing room, kind of huge here. I mean, it's like fine. It connects everything nicely. We know there is a gem here. There's our coins. And what is with this chair? Is that the chair? Yeah, I was looking at the red letters. That's a good point. I was looking for if there's any words missing letters. Farewell, my marigold, we may yet meet again. None of that is... missing a letter. There's got to be a reason that these are numbered, you know? There has to be a reason that those are numbered. But I can't think of what it is at the moment. So I'm going to keep going, see if we can find more rooms that help me here. Bedroom's fine. Experiment successful. We gained something. I feel very strongly that there is an archive key somewhere in this room. But I could not for the life of you tell you where or how I would find it. The hand pointing to the floor seems like a... Do I need I have a shovel. I have a shovel. I don't know. The indicator is not coming up anywhere. The other two were buried in the patio and the laundry room. And the shovel indicator came up when I could dig. Okay. No matter what, it's a dead end, so I think we just take storeroom here. Grab some stuff. Sometimes there's bonus items in here, but... Okay, let's go back. Courtyard and den are our two options here. Yeah, there's something with some of these other rooms. I really don't know what at the moment. Chapel, nursery, ballroom. I can redraw floor plans. Ballroom, honestly, these days, ballroom is terrible. But I feel like I'll do chapel. I feel like at some point I'm going to have to draw ballroom again, or draft ballroom again, to solve a puzzle. And I'm going to hate it because it'll be like, oh, 15 gems. Nook goes the correct direction. I can rotate the Nook to go the right direction, but also kitchen goes the right direction, so I think we're okay with that. Yeah. And some of these rooms, I feel like I will... Chef salad? We have 2 green rooms, that would be 10 steps right now. Stuffed wild quail, trophy room, huh? Okay, we'll wait, but good to have a kitchen here. One thing this game is very good about is giving you extra chances at clues, right? If you miss the clue the first time, we'll do the nursery. Experiment successful, gained a key, gained a gem, Red Prince. I don't think this is the second edition or whatever. This is the first, like, unaltered one. I think that's the regular copy. The game is really good at giving you second chances to learn information. So if you miss it the first time, you'll get it again some other way, you know? I will do the West Wing Hall here. As much as I love the garage, I don't have the car keys. I don't have power to go outside. Patio pantry. Spread gems in each green room. Sure. Got dig spots. God, we have keys and gems for frickin' years. But I'm not getting much new info yet. It's still early though, and rarer rooms become easier to get the longer the run is. Yeah, we'll go here. This connects up to the foundation for me. Come on, freezer. Honestly, I don't even need the freezer right now. I want, like, library. I want master bedroom. I want a pump room aquarium combo. And I know I have dice to help me get those. I want boiler room. Boiler room would probably be my, like, best possible draw today. Hey, there it is. Boiler room. Okay. So, our most important thing here, aside from digging that, is getting power to this and hopefully maintaining this bridge at the same time. Can we do that? That'll get power to that. That means I don't get the bridge though. So I actually have fewer walking options. But that gets power to that, and that's what I need right now. We still have the way up from the boiler room, so that's honestly okay. We'll just make this a corner room today. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down and access this room right away. This is arguably the most important thing we could possibly do today. So we're going to do it. And while we're doing this, we'll pull the antechamber lever as well to get my room 46 open. Because I do want to wear the crown on the throne. See if you can do that. So look at that. Which I can't believe it didn't occur to me to do that last time, to check the throne after getting the blue crown. But maybe you need a different crown. Maybe the crown of the blueprints is not the crown. Maybe you need to find a different one. All right, what do we got here? There we are. Hello. What is this? All right. The underpass again. Ah, all of these doors. Cool. We are in good shape. Oh. There is more up here. There is something over there, and there is something over there. So we need to turn this so that we have this gear one over. All right. Okay, game, I see you. Okay, game, I see you. So is it from the same starting point? I think it was actually like that one. It was like one over. We'll have to check this. Yeah, I don't think it was the exact same, because that's the tunnel right there. That's the tunnel that I came through. So this is this way. Black Mirror. Okay. All right, okay, so yeah. We've already solved this. Full drain, entry level, dock level. Yeah, that's already been solved. We have another box. We're going to check this. Alright, after 10 days of pumping water up from the underground spring, the reservoir has finally been filled. It's a shame that the old station had to be flooded. The old station had to be flooded as a consequence of this action, but I suspect that may have been the actual reason they chose to build the reservoir here, and as an engineer I agree that flooding is preferable to collapsing the entire tunnel. On the bright side, now that our water supply is no longer limited, we can start to leverage steam to a much greater extent. I suspect by this time next month, the steam-powered hoists at the main site will be able to run 10, 12, and 24 hours a day. Steam-powered hoists at the main site. Now, actual reason they chose to build a reservoir here. The old station, of course, the station at the safe house. Forms log 228. We have another box. Arind Ares. Okay, so the yellow ones go up, and the black boxes Got it. So we need to... No, we need to do this. We need to get that here, that here. There we go. God, more allowance. Even more allowance. 56. Wild. Okay. So, there is still something there. So I need to get the other gear. I think it's 3 rotations. That pathway to there. Simon getting his steps in today. So I need to get that. Then yeah, I need to get to that one, to there. So I think if we turn this 3 times, that should do it. But it is... This one seems to have a locked gate behind it, and that makes me very nervous. That is another 8 dates, crack 8 safes. If we count small gates. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. What are my options? There's a number 8 on this one, which is very interesting to me. Sedate. Eight dates. predate. Let's see if this just spells date. That would be amazing. But it doesn't. Count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. This is the 8th safe. There's a room floor plan there. There's a note. There's a red letter and a gem. What are we looking for here? What are we looking for here? It's like Mary. Doesn't spell Mary. The 8 here feels like a red herring, but I may not be. If we count small gates, 8 dates. The I'm gonna rotate it back, I think, and look at the foreman's log or whatever on the other side again. I also want to look at the what was on the other side of the lower level too, because everything in the room could be potentially a clue. Also, this one feels dock level. $1917. I don't think there's a way for me to turn 1917 into a 4-letter Roman numeral. Um, 3-1, March 1st, but that's not a clear, there's not a clear way to turn that into that. Okay, I want to turn this once and then look over here. I think this is just the complete map of the underground. Basically, yeah. Count small gates, 8 dates. Crack 8 safes. This is item number 8 on the thing, rotating gear. So it's item number 8 on the floor plan, on the map. To north lever. Nothing clearly there. Catacombs. I don't think this tells me a lot. Okay. Oh. Count small gates. 8 dates. Crack 8 safes. Is that right? Yeah. And I don't think we have to move the gear like up or down anymore. I think this is just it. Part of me thinks maybe the other red letters give us an answer to this. Redate. Eight gives me is such a thing there. Rebate. Remate, cremate. Baiter, yeah, I know, right? Oh, I do have to press the button on the side. That is absolutely correct. That is a good point. But it is not that. And 8. Sad, sedate, bad. wad. The 8. This. Yeah, I might be getting distracted by the date there. Red 8 seemed... or, yeah. Redate. Yeah, I don't really have a clue here. Lies. The 8 feels like such an obvious thing. 8 dates. 8 saves. Orinda Aries. What are you? What are you? Let me just look through some of the other info we've gained really quick. The tricky thing is because of... Could it be a month and the letter 8? What months can I make out of this? Can I make March? No. Can I make May 8th? I can do May 8th. The date the crown was stolen, potentially? What are you? Treasure trove. Yes, add it. I knew what we were looking at as soon as we uncovered the first spire, but it wasn't until the first floor plan was unearthed that most of the crew realized what ruins we were exhuming. The border was the same pitch as the sunless cavern we found it in, a dark trimmed floor plan of ill-fated Orindia. We had found an authentic black print. The sooner we seal this site back up, the better for us all. Oh my god, that is the castle that was shown in the Great Alzara's thing. Gem. Number 1. May 8th. Dear Baron Sinclair, to begin, my name is Worth Laud. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918. The former having died last month at the advanced old age of 89, may he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children, and 30-odd grandchildren. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs of little consequence, but to tell you a little bit about my father. He lived his life towering above us in solemn silence like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the work he did in the mountains of Reddington, or the famous estate in which he was stationed. He never spoke of the Baron, not once. I tell you this only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him. The secrets he kept for your family, he took with him underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to be not nearly as discreet and considerate with their words. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much of the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscences might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts led to a certain credence in their words. Now, me, I am not a presumptive man. I don't presume these stories to be true. I don't presume your house is host to secrets of this magnitude. Yet I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales, true or not. They seem, after all, stories worthy of being heard. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels this urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Perhaps if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. I eagerly await a response from your lordship, Mr. Worth Laud. Is this the one who wrote History of Erindia? I don't know. We're not blind to the irony of blackmailing you for a blackmail letter, and we're not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout, particularly so when our methods lack the refined sophistication and class this author so effortlessly wields. Interesting. Number 1, huh? So, okay, I'm going to start writing down the letters again. Good news is this one is the hardest one to get to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing 1, of course. So letter 1 is May 8th. Underpass. I'm going to write down the date, where it is, and the author. Mr. Worth Laud. Okay. May 8th. Okay. This is fascinating. And we have found a treasure trove, another black print. +5 for each time you have drafted the treasure trove. Turns out the old, oft-rumored treasure of Mount Holly was more than just a rumor. Bound to be puzzles in there too. Okay. Okay. Well, Simon is learning today. So now we can take the boiler room and set it back to normal, I think. If I ever need to come back here, it's not that difficult. I thought there might be things up there. So we can set the boiler room back down to normal. Treasure trove, huh? Okay, yeah, we came in from Foundation, so we'll go back up into Foundation. So currently our black prints, other than the tomb, are the armory as a, half black print, the throne room, and the treasure trove. Which isn't that exciting. Okay, so we still have the courtyard. I'm going to switch this back. Nice thing is this is pretty easy to, switch back if I need. So I can now go across here, draft this way. We have 16 keys and 16 gems. Oh my god. Parlor. Archives. Oh, thanks, I hate it. Archives again? Weight room. Half my steps, not great, but we can do security here. It's not terrible. We still don't have a security key. We figured this out. That makes me really happy. Night. pantry would go into the one little corner I don't have. I don't want to do furnace. We'll just do pantry. Go into the little corner I have missing. My lockpicking skill has gotten better my ass. Okay, lost and found. I can trade one item for 2 rare items. Which I don't think is a terrible trade. I'm never going to come back in here again. Attic would get me a lot of items, but it's mostly gems and keys for the most part, and I already have gems and keys. Let's do lost and found. Again, let's see. I have lost my battery pack. That's not that bad. Okay, and I got a rabbit's foot and a watering can, which honestly, not the end of the world. I don't really need the battery pack today. Of all the items to like randomly lose, that's probably the best. So, great. Okay, let's go this way. Parlor, terrace, locksmith. Redraw. Here's throne room again, and it gets me both directions. So we'll do throne room. Compass can get fucked. And then I will... So that's already been pulled. I still don't have any of the other antechamber doors pulled, but we've got time. Solarium might be perfect here. Gives me a dig spot. Gives me a gem back. And makes it more likely that I'll draft a rare room or like an unusual room, like potentially the Great Hall. Secret passage. Leads to a color of my choice. Sadly, with the position, I can't guarantee a hallway here. I can't guarantee a Great Hall because it won't be that hall. So I think what we do here, we could redraw, but Great Hall, weight room. No, weight room wouldn't go there either. Let's do parlor. Just grab it. There's a coin purse. Just this. And let's check this out. The gems are in this box. The above statement is true. The gems are in this box. The above statement is false. The top statement of each box is true. The above statement is true. Okay, so let's assume this is entirely true. This cannot be entirely true. Because in that case, there would be no box that is entirely false, which means this has to be entirely false. Not that the top statement of each box is true. One top statement has to be true, but each box, it's not true. So, yeah, which makes sense. Because also that would be a contradiction. So this box has to be false. One of these boxes has to be entirely true. This one cannot be entirely true. This one can be entirely true. So this would be true and false. This would be true and true. The gems are in this box. Yeah. Okay. Let's go this way. Parlor, showroom, workshop. So I could buy out I could go the showroom route and try to buy like a moon pendant or something. Or I could buy workshop, try to get my last contraption. Although I think I've tried to combine all these things before. Maybe not watering can. Let's go showroom. See what's available. Moon pendant is available. I could also do, yeah, I've never bought the silver spoon. That just doesn't seem that useful. Moon pendant is. So we can always come back here and buy the moon pendant for tomorrow if we don't get anything better, which I think is a good combo. Okay, so pump room can be rotated to go back into the boiler room if I want. I don't like any of these options though. Trophy room. Ugh. Trophy room, vault. I don't have a vault key, sadly. Vault will give me plus 40 coins for buying more from the showroom, but I don't think I'm going to be able to buy out the showroom. I can rotate the trophy room to take me up, which could be good actually. So let's do that. Rotate the trophy room to take me up. Ah, there they are. I am sure there is more to this room than meets the eye. We have 6 trophies now, which is looking great. I'd love a great hall, you know? Ugh. We're locked off from the right antechamber entrance. Okay, so we'll do study, because we have a ton of gems, and this makes it so that we can potentially redraw floor plans until we get something that'll give us a west antechamber. And west antechamber is secret garden and something else, right? Because Great Hall is east antechamber. Greenhouse and greenhouse is south. Weight room is south. Secret garden is both east and west. So what's the second west one? Other than secret garden, huh? Did I write these down? I don't think I wrote these down. I've just been memorizing them. All right, well, we'll go back to the foundation and we'll try to just redraw rooms aggressively. We've already done enough today, like, to be very clear. No. We've already done enough today, but if we can try getting to room 46 and maybe, like, grabbing the crown just to try putting it on the throne room, might be worth. Okay, locker room, corridor, or locker room, dark room, corridor. None of these are that good. We'll redraw once. Great Hall gets me doors, and it gets me, again, the east antechamber lever, which I don't think matters particularly. Do the gift shop. I just want to check it to see if I actually do have everything. Blue tents, we still need 8 trophies. Dirigible blocks coming soon. Okay, nothing new there. Okay, let's go here. Treasure trove, we're taking it. We're taking it. We're gonna see if it's just coins or if there is more to it. This trunk is locked. The green memos you find in this room will always be true. Now that could be a lie, but so far, green memos have been historically contingent on variables. So sometimes they're true, sometimes they're false. But there's something that tells you whether or not they are true or false in the game. The green memo, there are 12 major keys, is false. There's a clue that tells us that in the dark room. Some of the green memos down in the reservoir are true, some are false. I'm going to run with the assumption that this is true, and that we will find a variety of memos in here, and if they are green, they're true. If they're red, they're not, unless they're handwritten, and it's our job to understand. And my guess is the memo in here will change every time we draft this, because this room gets better each time you draft it. My guess is we will always find a different memo in a locked chest in this room, which is cool. Trying to remember. Mailroom. We're taking mailroom and we're ending the run. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Because, yeah. Look at these letters. Look at these letters. We have reading to do. So where did we leave off? Hidden lens compartment of the observatory. We got that. This one here was hard to get to. We figured that out. Iraja, yep. Atari's Yena, Eastern Rain, yep. This one, the steam power system, we figured that out. That's, I think, the last letter we had. So this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe this is every letter we can have delivered from Randolph. Let's go. Simon, just in case it wasn't explicit in the emails, I decided to contact DC Power directly and get some additional usage instructions for the VAC system they installed. Actually, as much for me as it is for you, so I often spend 10 minutes in the utility closet just pressing random buttons until I come up with the desired result. Lovely. Yep. If 5 out of 6 indicator lights are all the same color, pressing the 6 will always sync it up to the other 5. If all 6 lights are green, pressing any of them will result in the blue. If all 6 lights are purple, pressing any of them will result in the appearance of white. Pressing a blue indicator will turn it off and flip both its neighbors to blue unless one of those neighbors is red. Yep, love that information. We cannot view the stamp on here, but I think it's a stamp we've already seen. All right. Hope all is well in the estate. I was discussing my communication with you and another fellow technician, Kimberly Thompson, and she suggested I disclose to you the locations of the drafting strategy issues she's personally found on the estate. Yep, we've found all of those. Oh, this is huge. Okay. So, I have a page of people's names. Okay. Mrs. Ann Babbage, house manager, my boss. We know about her. Kirk Darren, head of security. Kirk Darren, pseudonym security. I have that written down. Randolph Moore, head layout technician, network admin, humble author of these letters. Love that. Kimberly Thompson, lead assistant and helpful sidekick. Yep. Chef DeCamp. Really, it's just chef. Chef. Head of the kitchen manager, taking the meals. Hartley Ruota, the Baron's personal valet. We have him written down. Retiring. Christoph the chauffeur. That's a new one for me. Christoph the chauffeur. Robert Nagula, the new groundskeeper. Best to omit them from the cursory introduction. Okay, so we don't have either the maids shown here or anybody else, but that's really good. That's really good. Another successful experiment, another letter. As I've spent the last few days racking my brain trying to come up with new clues for you, I'm reminded of your mother's aptly named book, A New Clue, and how fiendishly she hid the clues for her readers within its pages. Don't worry, I won't be hiding my clues for you in imagery requiring you to comb through the text with a magnifying glass. hint to look at a new clue with a magnifying glass. Not nearly as clever or creative as Shields. The best I could muster was trying to be cryptic and mysterious. Would be something like break the bricks in the weight room with something that has a handle and is very heavy. Yeah, we figured that out already. And there's the Arind Ares stamp. Dear Simon, as I've been running out of ideas on my own, yesterday I asked Kirk Darren if he had any additional security advice I could pass on, and to my surprise he gave me an envelope and directed me to include it in my next correspondence. Unused memos. Okay, so a lying safe code. The number 6, 7, and 8 do not appear in any of the fixed combinations of safes on the estate. Lovely. Where's my safes? I just want to verify that that's true. Fixed combination, so that the shelter one, yeah. I actually haven't been writing down all of these, so all of these dates, which is a problem in case I ever decide to. I remember the boudoir was 12/25 because it's Christmas Day. Yeah. All right. I can figure that out later, but that seems accurate. Safe code, date. There is a safe on rank 10. This one is green. I think this is a lie. Because we've found 8 safes if we count small gates. Rank 10 is the room 46. That's it. So I think that's a lie, but good to keep a note of. Fen Ares. Any reason you would need to... Okay, I can't think of any reason you need to access the server admin controls before I return, but your father has mentioned you're interested in computers, blah, blah, blah. You'll find the admin terminal in the Blackbridge Grotto, a small cavern, blah, blah, blah. I believe because an admin key. I won't be able to set one up for you until I return, but your admin key will eventually be Jones. First 4 letters of your family name. Or we could use a pseudonym. We could use a pseudonym. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. Okay. Question mark. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. Lovely. If you do end up accessing the admin controls in Blackbridge Grotto, I'm sure you notice the sealed circular door to the left of the terminal. This door can only be opened if 3 different microchips, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We know about that. We know about that. So this is another clue there. All right. There we go. That's Costa Rica. Simon, I'm honestly very impressed with the number of experiments you've been successful in executing. I certainly wasn't expecting to write this many letters when I started our correspondence. For all I know, you've long since reached room 46 and are just continuing your unaccompanied exploration, stag, happy and free of the maids and staff crowding in the halls and getting in your way. I can't say I blame you, and I'm sure the other members of the household are quite enjoying their extended vacation. Strictly speaking for myself, however, I cannot wait to get back and begin working with you directly. Helping you through these letters has only whetted my imagination, and to be candid, our collaboration with this correspondence has reminded me so much of working with Mary. I know she's proud of you. Till the day I return. Yeah, that's his final letter. Okay. We did not learn any new information there, except perhaps this. If you prefer, we could use a pseudonym. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. I think everything else we have figured out already. But that is good info. 7 red letters. There's a letter missing. Okay, let us do a couple of things. We're going to go back to the showroom. Go back to the showroom. We're going to buy the moon pendant so that we start with two other items, two of these items in our inventory tomorrow. Yeah, cool. Then we're going to go back out to the Foundation. And we're going to try going to the Blackbridge Grotto and entering either Kirk Darren as an entire name or just Darren Kirk, you know, D-A-R-R-K, and see if that is something. As far as I can tell, that is only the second time the word pseudonym has ever been used in the game. And it is in reference to accessing the Blackbridge Grotto, or like something in here. So let's see. So we're gonna do D A K. Admin not found. What if we just put in Kirk Darren all caps, which is how it's written on the thing. Admin not found. Okay. Could be with a space. Maybe it had a space. Like this. If I can find the note again, maybe. Okay, no. One other thing I want to try. Normal style, but instead of it being ours, we're going to do, instead of it being Jones, we're going to do Joan M. Mary Jones. Nope. One other option. I keep thinking about other options. Marion Marigold. Admin not found. Okay. No clues there. Worth trying, worth trying. All right, well, let's call it a day here. I don't think I do have a break room. I do have a break room. And it's pretty close. Yeah. Call it a day here. So we have security key card ready to go for tomorrow. Garden Castle again. keep getting the throne room. I'd still like to get to the room 46 and the throne room. New rooms 1, that'll be the treasure trove. We'll take a break here. I'll be back in just a minute.